Hey guys, Squiggles here, bringing you a game between QXC, the purple Terran right here. Hello, Mr. QXC. He is quite a good player versus JacK, and he is going to be the red Zergy pieces. And I really don't know much about JacK, but I do know that he's pretty good if he can challenge QXC and have the game be as highly ranked or rated, I should say, as it was, because this game was recommended to me. So I am going to go ahead and check it out, and hopefully it is as epic as I have heard. Now, Naga, of course, is a very, very oldie but goodie map. You have your expansion right here, and there's another expansion right here. And I realized that the screen's really dark. I tried in an earlier video to go ahead and lighten it up a little bit. And what I did was just whitewash, like wash out the entire screen. So there's a couple of videos that look kind of weird. So I'm just gonna go back to the way it is because it looks pretty this way. Even if you can't really see, the Zelnaga watchtowers right here or right here, I'll just select them and zoom in on them so then maybe you can see a little bit. I don't know. It's still pretty dark, and I apologize for that. So it looks like QXC going to be go ahead and getting his barracks on 12, it looks like. So I don't think we're going to see any kind of 2-racks aggression out of QXC. I could be wrong, though. I have been known to be wrong before, and it looks like... what am I talking about, man? I am so off. Bam, there is the second rack. So it looks like a 12-12 racks opening for QXC. So that just means that he stopped getting his SCVs at 12, threw down the first racks, did not build an additional SCV until after the second racks went down. So he is going to be putting on all kinds of pressure against JacK, but it looks like JacK is going to go for a gas into pool build. So he is going to have speedlings out, and he's going to have those lings out before he takes his expansion. So he should be okay against this aggression from QXC. But QXC is going to try to put some pressure, and it looks like, yep, you can see he already has, if we can follow this line all the way up here, he has his barracks rallied all the way into pretty much the natural of JacK. So he is going to be looking to put on some pressure. You can see he already has an SCV going across the map, and holy crap, spam. Yeah, I don't. Wow, apparently the game is lagging or something. I don't even know. But Fire Silver has left the game, so that'll help. Wow. And this SCV, he's got to be a little bit scared. Doesn't really know what's up, and he knows that he probably will die. So he has his will that he wrote out and gave to his loving wife, Mrs. SCV, or the SCVette. So, in case the worst happens, it looks like the worst may in fact happen. These Marines and this other SCV, I don't know if they're actually going to help him out or not, but he is running for all he's worth, and is he going to go down? I don't know. Ah, run away, run away. It looks like he might in fact go down. Oh, he had a family. You have no soul, Zergling. You have no soul. But it looks like QXC is going to be pushing up. He has 3 Marines now, and I was listening to Mr. Bitter's series of 12 Weeks with the Pros, and QXC said you really cannot engage Zerg until you have 3 Marines. So he did wait, and he has 3 Marines now. But look at this. This is so many Zerglings from JacK. My goodness. And it looks like this bunker will not even go down, and speed is just about to finish. So these Marines are going to be able to micro okay against the Zerglings, and they're about getting surrounded right here. Good control by QXC, able to pick off quite a bit, and it looks like he's going to continue to shoot. And oh no, speed's done, and so these Marines are going to absolutely get owned. This bunker is going to have to be canceled, and you can see that QXC is turning around to all of his Marines and running back. He is like, yeah, it is so not worth it, man. I am just going to go ahead. And now these Zerglings are out for revenge, and they're going to try to see how many stuff they can pick off. But, oh my goodness, 3 Marines. There's the magic number again, and a couple of Zerglings get picked off for free, pretty much. And QXC going to be holding down like a boss at this Zelnaga. Meanwhile, it looks like JacK is going to be picking off a couple of Marines. These Marines went AWOL. They did not follow orders, and they did not attack, and instead they just ran, and they got killed for it. So that is why you're supposed to do what QXC tells you guys. And not just, oh no, another Marine. Oh, just getting picked off, and he was just barely outside of the group, and he got picked off. You can see that supplies, they're pretty even. Let's take a look at the income tab real quick. You can see that there is 20 harvesters for QXC and only 17 for JacK. So even though it looks like QXC got the worst end, and let's check the units lost, you can see that QXC has actually lost a bit more than JacK at this point. But you know what? Even though it looks like he got the worst of it, he made JacK go ahead and, oh my goodness, all kinds of people leaving the game. He made JacK build a lot of Zerglings before he's making droids. You can see now he's going to start making droids again. Still making Zerglings, though, because he's just not sure. what QXC is doing. That is the danger of the Zerg player, is after a certain point you really just don't know what the Terran is doing. You can see here that it looks like 2 factories going up and there are already 3 barracks. So 3 barracks pumping Marines non-stop and 2 factories, and they could be either Blue Flame or they could be siege tanks. So either choice is pretty good against what JacK is going. You can see JacK is going ahead and throwing down a Roach Warren. Always a good response, and these Zerglings are just all over the place, man. But there are Marines back behind here, so QXC going to be totally safe. And oh my goodness, look at this. That is quite a few Marines, actually. And they're going to hit this cool timing where this Spine Crawler is not even halfway done, and they could snipe the Queen. Oh my goodness, so many giblets from that Queen. Wow, that's a lot of blood. And it looks like QXC, what is he going to be focusing? It looks like he could go for... He's indecisive. Okay, I see what he's doing. So he's going to try to get the hatchery, or at least damage it a lot, and he's making his units go behind these minerals so they can't really get surrounded. But look at JacK, not panicking at all, going to run around and get a good surround all the areas with his Zerglings and clean up that attack of QXC. And it looks like JacK will take a little bit of a supply lead. He is supply blocked right now, and he does not even have an Overlord making, so that means QXC is going to be able to get back up in the game very, very quickly, and we're going to, oh my goodness, just now making an Overlord. So JacK is going to be supply blocked for a while, and that's a whoopsie-doopsie on his part. You never want to do that. Ugh. Number one way to let your opponent back in the game, get supply blocked. Yep, that's what I've noticed. So it looks like we do have Infernal Pre-Igniter, so we're going to be seeing Blue Flame Hellions. And QXC loves Blue Flame Hellions because they allow him to get map control and take it back from these pesky Zerglings. Look at all these guys. They're like fire ants. And they're kind of making like an arrow, or maybe it's an anchor, like a Popeye anchor. I don't even know. But, oh my goodness, you can see how much damage was done just by one volley from those Hellions. Goodness gracious. And those Zerglings are going to run back and tattle on those Hellions to the Queen and be like, he burned me and it hurt. Do something. And the Queen's going to write a very, very harsh letter to the Hellions' parents and be like, okay, listen, you can't just go burning people for no reason, okay? Now, if it happens again, I'm going to have to tell the principal. So these Hellions have been warned, but little does the Queen know that Infernal Pre-Igniter is on the way, so the Hellions' parents are actually encouraging this kind of behavior. Goodness gracious. And it looks like these Hellions killing one little innocent Zergling on the playground next to the Jungle Gym Zelnaga Watchtower. And now these Hellions are going to be out and about, focusing. How about driving around? There we go. Looking for a gas station, because these are not the green version of Hellions. These ones are not really good for the environment. But that's okay. That is okay. The Terran are not really worried about the environment. As you can see, all they're doing is clear cutting all of these mineral fields. And oh man, if this was a forest, there would be so many activists out here just saying, no, you can't do this. And of course the siege tanks would just blow them away. It's probably why there are no more activists, because they tried to go over there and reason with the people and they just got killed. So I mean, you could say the same thing about the Zerg, though. If you try to reason with them, oh my goodness, look at that. I'm just talking in circles, and I almost missed an awesome thing, but it looks like QXC is going to be doing a good job in sniping quite a few drones. It actually didn't target any drones on that one. There we go. And, oh, there's one Hellion that is still alive. And one thing you'll note is, well, for one thing, QXC has a good supply lead at this point. And I'll check units lost in a second. As a matter of fact, I'll just check it now. You can see that it looks like they have evened up, and JacK has actually lost just a little bit more. Go ahead and check the units tab. We can see there's 6 roaches out, and that's really all that JacK has. A couple of Queens, but that's just for his macro versus 23 Marines, a Marauder, 4 Hellions, and a siege tank. So QXC doing really, really well. And we go to the income tab, we can also see that their supplies, as far as their workers, are fairly close.